Extra, extra, read all about it. Pisces, this is all about you. This is your weekly oracle and tarot card reading from Born Without Boundaries. Weekly meaning I do a new Pisces specific video every single week. So please click subscribe and ring that bell, help the channel grow, and you'll get the videos as soon as I upload them. So check out all the other Pisces readings in the playlist or whatever reading interests you, because this energy could just call to you and you might find some great advice there. It doesn't extinguish after a week is what I'm saying. There's always an extended reading. That link is in the description box below. Please join me over on Vimeo for that, because what that does is I pull a full tarot card spread and I suss out the details and I really personalize in depth the energies that we pick up on here, because these energies are for Pisces sun, moon, rising, or wherever Pisces energy influences your natal chart or impacts your life, because you could be dealing with a Pisces. So let's get into the reading. Yes, by the way, I do personal readings. That information is also in the description box below. Pisces, we're going to start with your crowning energy, which is basically the theme of this reading. And then your central energy, which is the primary challenges. And then last but not least, that grounding energy, which is what is holding you up, holding you down, and seeing you through. So Pisces, there's a lot of intuition here, a lot of connection to spirit, maybe even Buddhist specific ideals. There's a sense of really being in tune and feeling that your destiny is lurking or calling you. There's a sense of seeing from afar, or seeing a whole picture, seeing things from above, but really connecting even to things that you can't see right now. A sense of a connection to spirit or spirituality being a big need for you right now. You might find yourself praying a lot, maybe because of heartache, because of heartbreak, because of failure to connect to somebody. There is this sense of not feeling like yourself, struggling to really feel the kind of confidence or comfort that you are used to. I'm saying all this because I'm shuffling, and what's coming out is a really tremendous energy for you, a really tremendous crowning energy. Sometimes I lose my words. I'm sorry about that. Something was on my screen. So these are the cards that came out first for your crowning energy, which is a sense of trying to understand and know why you feel so unlike yourself, maybe so unhealthy, or having some insight on some sort of heartbreak or relationship issues or patterns that have emerged and that are really interfering with your ability to be okay or feel connected. You may be praying a lot because of your lack of love, or praying a lot for love, or praying a lot because of a breakup or a heartbreak that you're defending yourself against. Or you could literally take this energy as you could take it literal and mean you're sort of praying or asking for guidance, trying to heal yourself. You're trying to heal a broken heart. You're trying to heal maybe even a health condition through spirituality, connection to spirit. But then we also have this energy over here, which is set healthy boundaries and watch and wait. So there is a sense of being too defensive, acting out too quickly, too suddenly, or trying to defend yourself from somebody who is maybe coming on too strong, because you know right now your defenses are down and you can't, this is something that's a little bit too tremendous for you to handle right now. A sense of you don't know how to protect yourself from this. It's coming at you too fast and too furious. Yes, Neptune, your ruling planet, is in retrograde. I wrote a whole blog about this on my website. You can go find it over there. Basically, it would make sense that from now through November, you would be feeling a little bit more vulnerable, a little bit more exposed. Of course, this could be a beautiful time for you to also connect more, just connect more, not socially, but almost like instead of psychically, connect through words, through talking, through communicating with people. And I know that especially during Mercury retrograde in Cancer, there's a sense of connecting empathically and communicating empathically. But there's almost a feeling of you feeling vulnerable with what you're receiving empathically right now, with the feelings that you're feeling, the intuitions, the messages that are coming to you. There is this sense of feeling like it's just coming at you or flying at you too fast. Truth transcends illusion is coming out. We're getting into your central energy now. So Pisces, this is the energy of Aquarius energy of things changing and not changing back, going on to another stage. So really feeling that vulnerable stage of almost being in a cocoon where you are vulnerable. You're totally breaking down in order to emerge as something different. So this is a transformative time for you. You could be going through somebody who is transitioning between life and death, somebody, especially if they have been suffering from ailments or health conditions. This is a sense of having to find a way to prepare for their death or for their exit from this world, and also prepare yourself in some ways to live without them or live without their physically being here. This is also a sense of going through a transition in terms of what you do for your life or how you connect with those around you, or it could be career, it could be anything. This is just a sense of really feeling super exposed right now, because you know that you can't control everything that's going on in your life right now. And you guys don't tend to be control freaks. So it's not about needing control. It's about needing to feel connected and not feeling that connection. And that's what's really kind of frustrating you or bothering you right now. But there is a truth here, almost like a flag on the play that says, hey, watch out, wait up, pay attention to this. Time to let go. Let go of the old ways of being is what it's saying. Let go of those old ways that you felt comfortable with, but they kept you buried and they kept you stuck. In a sense, they kept you stuck underground when you're supposed to be living in the light. There is that sense of growing beyond your pain and growing beyond your suffering. So it could very well be a time for forgiving past hurts, letting them go. Not because you forget, not because somebody didn't do you wrong and you don't hold them accountable, but because holding on to the hurt and pain they caused you is actually holding yourself back. And this is the time to allow yourself to release and move forward. This is also a sense of something coming out that was hidden. This is underworld energy, scorpionic energy, right, Pisces? So there's a sense of whatever was hidden or being held back from you. Maybe somebody is just revealing something to you right now, telling you something that you didn't know or didn't know you needed to know. And now the truth is finally being revealed, which is why there's such a sense of being vulnerable, because you're really taken back by this information. Sweet results await. So this is an encouraging energy of, this is Leo energy. Follow your heart, feel strong about yourself, and hard work pays off. So there is this tremendous sense of you are leveling up. And if you go back and watch last week's reading, you've been in this energy for a while now. Ironically, when Neptune is in retrograde, there is that beautiful sense of being exposed is actually helping to bring you to the forefront. So this is a really nice time for you to sort of like spread your wings and allow yourself to fly, even if you feel uncomfortable, because there is that sense of what you've been working really hard on is actually going to pay off. And then we have life is a mystery, and you are the mystery. You are the house, you rule the house of mysteries. So Pisces, this is really almost like super exposure, letting all the mysteries out. This is a sense of being, of almost finding yourself to be the most mysterious, of finding yourself as the greatest mystery right now. This sense of really not knowing where your life is headed, because it's headed in a completely unexpected direction. Even if you've been working for this, even if you've been working toward this door that's opening up for you, you have never stepped through this door before. So there is this beautiful excitement of the unknown. You are stepping through a portal that you haven't been through before. And then think on your feet. This is Sagittarius energy. There is a sense of, I've never been here before, but I'm just going to wing it. I'm going to go with the flow. Fox totem comes into our lives to try to help us understand how to be malleable, to duck and weave and sort of allow ourselves to meld into the circumstance or the situation. It's like, think on your feet and be really clever about things. Now, this could also be a sense of somebody being foxy or somebody's foxiness being revealed to you. And once again, that would have been the unexpected energy. And this sense of maybe why it took you off guard is that you didn't sense it, or that you were fighting it enough to not sense it. Whatever it is, there is a sort of kind of amorphous presence in your life that's hard to pin down, and it's hard to know how is this going to end up, like where we go, where do we go from here, that kind of energy. So let's get your grounding energy. Let's get your grounding energy, Pisces. Okay, so we have your last card here. A couple more energy. Okay. All right. So there is, wait, no. These are the two cards coming out here. This and that are true. So this is seeing both sides, especially if you're dealing with a Sagittarius. There is a sense of seeing their point of view and seeing your point of view, or trying to see both points of view, or figure out how to make something work that doesn't seem like it has a connective point, trying to find that connective point between 2 points between 2 disparaging points. This is also keep things light and keep things playful right now, because you don't want it, because not that you don't want to dive in deep, but you don't want to get stuck. You don't want to get marred. You don't want to get pulled under again. You want to keep it light. You want to keep it fresh. You want to keep it upbeat. You want to keep it sexy, because then you're keeping it on sort of an even playing field, as well as keep everything out in the open. As soon as it exposes itself to you, keep it out in the open. A rebirth is assured. So this is coming into the light. Remember how I said, ironically, that cocoon energy for you, Pisces? This is a sense of you spreading your wing and actually coming out of that cocoon. This is the time. This is the time to come out of the dark and into the light. So out of whatever hole you were stuck in, whatever was hiding underneath, this is a sense of being able to expand beyond it. Beautiful, beautiful energy, actually, Pisces. And good news, be at home and heart space, to be comfortable. This is, you may be returning to home. You may be returning to just a place where you feel the most loved, protected, and appreciated. Because if you can't have that protection from you right now or in your natural world, there's a sense of going to a place where you feel protected. And then co-create with spirit. So listening to spiritual advice, or listening to that intuitive advice, being led on a path back home. That's what I heard. Take a leap of faith, listening to your conscience, and just believing that, almost like believing in a space in time, is maybe a house, maybe a building, like believing it or being called to it, and just taking a leap of faith to trust in it. And there is always enough, which is your energy, Pisces, something coming to the surface, feeling comfortable with your area enough to come to the surface. This is a sense of you are finally allowing it's like you're finally settling in and feeling at home in a place that wasn't comfortable for you. So you will, in other words, get this greater sense of presence or belonging in a place where you didn't feel like you belonged at first. This is really, really intriguing energy. And yes, I am going to continue it over in the extended. But this is almost like a sense of, you wouldn't naturally feel comfortable here, right? There's too much that's going on that is unpredictable, or is sort of left ambiguous. But I feel like there's this sense of you surrendering to that and saying, all right then, just let whatever happens, because I am not in control of the situation. And but once again, it's not about being in control. It's about being comfortable. This is a metaphor that I really want to share with you. And I feel like I shared it with you last week. There is that sense of when you come into the light and the sun stings your eyes, you might want to first, your first inclination may be to hate the light, to blink it back and be like, oh, the sun is bad. But you know that the sun isn't bad. You know that you're emerging from a long period of being held back or being kept back. And this discomfort is a necessary transition, part of the transition for you, is what I'm saying. It's definitely not like, this is good mystery. This is you assuming this beautiful mystery. I want to get some particulars for you. Wait, hold on. So I just, normally what I do now is, well, I'll take it and I'll flip the camera so that you guys can see the cards, to share the cards with you. But it's a little bit awkward for me right now. So hold on. I have to hold it right now because so much of my equipment is already just, it either broke and I don't have it anymore, or it's just packed in a way. So forgive the kind of rough around the edges. But this is the whole spread. And I almost feel in some ways there's just this sense of really having to deal with things, almost feeling an unexpected sense of ease when having to deal with things that would normally be so uncomfortable for you. You would avoid them. Now, this is a sense of being called home because you have a great deal of responsibility to somebody who is back home. Somebody calling you, maybe because they're ill, they're sick, they're going through problems, they need help moving, whatever it is. There's a sense of being called back home to wherever you consider home, but I feel like it's more familiar, like family, right? This sense of being called back home and not really understanding so much why you don't feel uncomfortable, but you really don't. And the reason why, I'll tell you, is because you've addressed so many things, you've let so many things go. You're able, in some way, shape, or form, Pisces, you found a way to accept these hardships and these struggles, and in a lot of ways, this is what's transforming you and helping you to grow, maybe even inspiring you and enabling you with some sort of inspiration. You are really using these hardships now in a way that you don't need to be buffered. It's almost like you are becoming Neptune itself and saying, I don't want the veil right now. The veil was suffocating me right now. I want the truth. I want the reality. I want the harsh answers. I want that all. And the reason why I want it is because it is what I need right now to move forward and evolve. So with that, what I'm going to do is go deeper and get specifics. Let me go into the tarot reading as well as your romance reading. Pisces, I'll see you in the extended.